wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious, and if you catch it, you might just change the world, y'all. There is a place where real faith-filled community allows you to know and be fully known, where faith is filled to the brim, so full it can wash away your doubts, where servant leaders of the next generation are grown, where your story can be written and change the course of history. And that place, Southern Wesleyan University. So it's time to wake up. You only have one life to live, because this is not a drill. This is not about cliches, shallow taglines, or some inspirational quote for you to tweet, snap, pin, or post. No, this is where snooze buttons are frozen, alarm clocks are broken, where feet hit the floor because dreams are now woken. This is it. Awaken your dreams. Awaken your soul. Awaken your purpose. This is Southern Wesleyan University.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. And welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new. And who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Good evening and welcome to historic Tysinger, site for tonight's matchup between the Elizabeth City State Vikings and your Warriors of Southern Wesleyan. The Vikings come in at 3-8 overall, 2-4 in the CIAA. And the Vikings are on a long road trip this week. They'll play at another Conference Carolina foe, Erskine College, tomorrow evening. Your Warriors, who come in at 1-16 overall, 0-7 in conference play. They'll be wearing the blue tops with the white numbers, as the Vikings will be wearing the blue tops with silver sleeves and silver numbers. Your Warriors will be back in action Friday as they hit the road for a Friday-Saturday contest. Back to conference play Friday night at King in Bristol, Tennessee. First serve slated for 7 p.m. And Saturday at Lees McRae College in Banner Elk, North Carolina. That's a noon first serve. And we're ready for action here, as the Vikings will have the first serve here in historic Tysinger in tonight's matchup, non-conference matchup, Elizabeth City State and your Warriors. Letcher middle to Stone. Stone puts one down. It's off the ceiling and across. Letcher to Vonens to Darby Sheets this side. Dugout back row. Long run by the setter. Number 13 brings it across, finds the hole in the defense, and point for the Vikings. So on the floor, for the Warriors, you've got Letcher, Stone, Holford, Johnson, Sheets, and Vonens. Service is up and over. Johnson, Letcher to Stone. She finds the spot in the middle of the defense for point number 1 for the Warriors. Sarah Stone out, Amber Bass in for Southern Wesleyan as Caitlin Vonens readies for service. We're tied at 1 apiece here in set 1. Service is up, and it goes just long. So point to the Vikings. This will be number 16 with service. That's Blackwell. Serve is up and over. Sheets to Letcher to Bass, who rolls one up and over. Attack our side, and it's down point for the Vikings, as Bass and Johnson had the block on, but that one sneaks over and down. Point Vikings, who now lead 3-1. Service up and over to Johnson to Letcher, far side to Sheets. Sheets goes right side. That's going to be off the ceiling and down. Point Warriors. Anna Martin in for Sheets. Three to 2 the score in favor of the Vikings. Service from Martin, back row. This side attack comes. That one's going to go to the back wall, so we're even up at 3-3 now. Service by Martin. Received back row. Long run for the setter. Middle attack comes. Martin's there to Letcher to Holford, far side. She puts it down. Point Warriors. Four to 3. Southern Wesleyan leads here in set 1. Middle set. Far side on the attack. It's behind the hitter. And the Warriors now in attack mode. Bass has to get it over and does. Here come the Vikings now. Our side on the attack. Blocked back over into the Vikings. Third one now knocked over to Holford. Latchwork knocks it over to the Vikings. Vikings now on the attack. Knocked down there for Johnson with the left hand. Point Warriors. 5-3 now the lead for Southern Wesleyan here in set 1.
Service into the net, point to the Vikings. It's going to be number 13, Dangerfield, with service for the Vikings. It's up and over to Vonens. Letcher, middle here to Bass. Bass goes up and over the block and down. Point, Warriors. Letcher out. Hadley Smith in. Holford out. And Woods in. The sophomore from Belton, South Carolina, into the contest tonight with service. Serve to the right side, middle set, middle attack comes, blocked at the net and over, and the Vikings are into the net, so point Warriors. Seven 4 now, Warriors lead here in set one. Received back row, our side on the attack. And it's down point for the Vikings. So it looked like number 14 there, Butler, able to get that one through the block. So Butler now will service, the sophomore out of Asheboro, North Carolina. Services up and over to the Warriors. This side now to Johnson on the attack. That one finds the back left corner, point Southern Wesleyan. 8-5's the lead. Sheets out. Stone in. Number 9 enters. Caesar now in for Butler and the Vikings. Bass with service up and over, receive back row, middle set, far side on the attack. Blocked but out of play, so it's off the Warriors. So point there for the Vikings. Bass out, Vonen's in for the Warriors. Cabanez now with service. The lefty served to Vonens. To Smith. To Stone. Rolls one up and over. Dug out there by the Vikings. Our side on the attack. To Vonens. To Smith. This side to Johnson. Right hand swing this time. And that one's in there for the point. Off the Vikings. So point Warriors. Martin out. Sheets back in. And Johnson now readies for service. 9-6 the score here in favor of the Warriors, set one. Far side on the attack come the Vikings, and that gets through the block and down, so point again for the Vikings. (9-7) the Vikings hanging around here in set one. They continue to battle. Service is up and over to Johnson. To Smith. Our side on the attack is Sheets. Here come the Vikings now. Far side on the attack. Block is up and it's through the block and down. Point Vikings. And it's now 9-8 in favor of the Warriors. That's an ace to even the score at 9-9. Kaylee Williams with the service ace. 9-9 now. Johnson to Smith to Stone in the center. Dug out back row, middle set, far side on the attack. Vonens is there. Smith comes our side to Sheets. And that one's going to get down as the Vikings not able to get it across. So point Warriors. Letcher and Holford in. Smith and Woods out. Letcher now with service. Receive back row. Bump set. And that one's a kill for number 13, Dangerfield. Ties the score at 10. Service up and over to Vonins. Battle at the net as Letcher goes to Holford. Holford just pops it over. Here it comes now. Popped over by the Vikings to Johnson to Letcher. Jump set to Stone. Vikings, though, are able to convert into the right corner as they controlled the block, and that had good composure to get it across to the right corner. So 11-10. Vikings take the lead for the first time here in set one. That one floats just long. Point Warriors. Vonins with service, received back row, middle set, far side on the attack. Johnson's there, Letcher dumps it. Dug out there by Dangerfield and the Vikings, dump back over. Letcher's there to Johnson, far side to Holford. Holford swings right hand, just wide here on the left side. Point Vikings. Service up and over to Johnson, to Letcher, our side to Bass. Blocked back over, and the third one gets popped over by Bass. Good work by the Warriors. Deep attack comes, dug out by Vonins. Letcher to Sheets. Sheets puts it down. And we're tied up at 12. Sheets out, Anna Martin back in for the Warriors in service. We're tied at 12 here in set one. Martin serves, dug out back row, long run for the setter, and the third one's not going to get up and over. It's outside the right pin. So point Southern Wesleyan. Warriors take the lead again at 13-12. Dangerfield, far side now on the attack. Rolled over, dug out nicely there by Martin. Johnson with the big hit here down the left line and gets the point off the Viking player. And the Warriors push it out to a 14-12 lead here in set one. Martin goes left side, dug out there. Looked like a double hit on the set. And it falls as it's behind the hitter. So now the Warriors up 3, which ties the largest lead by either team. Dug out back row, middle set, far side on the attack. And that one's down in the back row for the Vikings. And number 15, Alexis Elliott. That has Dangerfield now, number 13, with service. Vonins digs it out. Letcher to Johnson, and it's blocked and down for the Vikings. That's 15 and 14, so Elliott and Butler respectively on the block. Dangerfield now with service. Dug out by Vonins, and that's going to be 4 touches against the Warriors, so we are now tied up again at 15. 3-0 run there by the Vikings. Vonins, and it's off of Vonins and into the Warrior bench. So the Vikings now on a 4-0 run. Far side to Holford, right-handed swinging. Third one can't get up and over. It's into the net. And the Vikings take a 2-point lead at 17-15. That's going to have a timeout called by the Warriors and head coach Julia Reininga. We'll take a quick one as well. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Out of the timeout, the Vikings lead the Warriors 17-15 as Dangerfield serves one over. It's going to be Bass who goes up and over top of the block. Here come the Vikings our side. Letcher comes our side to Johnson. She rolls it up over the block and down. That's point for the Warriors. Good finesse play there by Johnson, who saw the block and rolled it over top of it. So the Warriors now back within one at 17-16. Here in set one in historic Tysinger on the campus of Southern Wesleyan. Woods now with service. Receive back row, middle set, our side on the attack. Vonins is there. Smith with the set. Our side to Johnson, rolls it again. Dangerfield's there. Dumps it over, and it's over Woods and down for the point. It's going to be Butler now, the 5'9" sophomore with service. Woods to Martin, this side to Johnson, right hand swinging, dug out back row. Middle set, far side on the attack, dug out by Vonins to Johnson. And that one's going to ricochet around in the ceiling, and the Vikings into the net, so point Warriors. Warriors back within one. Vonins out, Stone in for Southern Wesleyan. Far side on the attack come the Vikings, off the block and down, and good for the Vikings. Warriors are able to get hands on the block, but not able to get the block clean tonight. Smith to Johnson. She's got to go left hand. Battle at the net, though, is won by the Warriors. Sarah Stone puts that one away. Warriors back within one. Long run for the Vikings setter, far side on the attack. Johnson's there to Woods. Smith. And that one's wide in front of the Vikings bench. So point Elizabeth City State. (20-18). Favor the Vikings. Johnson to Smith. Back to Woods. It's into the tape in the net, and point Vikings. 21-18 now in favor of the Vikings, and another timeout called by the Warriors. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here we want
out of the Warrior timeout. The Vikings continue to lead here, now up 3 at 21-18 in set 1. It's going to be number 8, Williams with service. It's up and over to Johnson, to Smith on the set, middle attack by Stone. Dug out back row, far side now on the attack for the Vikings. That's Vonins to Smith this side, and that's going to be a double touch against your Warriors. And now the Vikings with the largest lead of set 1 at 22-18. Service is up and over to Vonins, to Smith, this side to Sheets. Off the block and down for Sheets and the Warriors. Letcher and Holford in. Smith and Woods out. Warriors are down 3 here in set 1. Service back row and an ace for Letcher and the Warriors. Now within 2, 22-20. Receive back row, bump set, cuts it all the way across to Letcher to Johnson. Johnson the Sheets right here in front of us, cuts it across to the right. Dangerfield gets it just inside the pin. Sheets now goes left hand, and that's going to be a great play by the Vikings. Battle at the net, Dangerfield, and she puts it away as the Vikings, just with some unbelievable footwork and energy to get that ball as it was caroming into the spectators. 23-20. It's a big point for the Vikings. The Warriors started to get momentum. So now Asia Jones readies for service. Up 3 here in set 1. Sheets to Letcher to Stone. Dangerfield's there. Jones comes our side. And that one floats wide. Point Warriors. (23-21). Set 1. Service by Vonins. Receive back row. Jones far side now with Dangerfield. Vonins digs it out. Letcher back to Johnson. That's into the net. So point for the Vikings. 24-21. And that's a service ace for the Vikings, and that's going to do it for set 1, 25-21. In favor of Elizabeth City. We'll head in.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families.
Back to historic Tysinger in set number 2 between the Vikings and the Warriors. Set 1 won by the Vikings, 25-21. We're ready for set 2 here as Jesse Souls readies with service. It's up and over, received back row by the Vikings. Jones far side with the set. The attack comes. Holford to Souls. Johnson pops it over, received by the Vikings, far side on the attack. Knocked over to Johnson, to Letcher, to Holford, back over to Bass. Letcher far side to Sheets, and that's going to be points for the Warriors. Just long on that second serve. And now service for number 16, Blackwell, and the Vikings. Tied at 1. Souls. Letcher to Sheets, up and over the block. Dug out nicely by the Vikings. Third one up and over. Johnson, Letcher to Bass, and that one's down. Point Warriors. Good set, good finish, but Letcher to Bass for the Warriors. 2-1 now, Southern Wesleyan with the lead here in set 2. Anna Martin with service. She comes here left side. Jones comes our side as well. Dug out there by Johnson to Souls. Martin now cuts it across. Jones with the set. She goes behind her. Dug out there nicely by Martin. Souls now pops it over. Here come the Vikings now. Our side on the attack. And that one finds the back row and down. Point for the Vikings. 2-2 now here in set 2. Souls to Letcher to Bass. Bass goes up and over. Dug out there by Dangerfield. Jones now this side on the attack for the Vikings. Letcher to Souls. Far side now to Johnson. And it's out of play off the block, so point Southern Wesleyan. Woods now with service for the Warriors. It's up and over, received back row. And popped over by the Vikings. Dumped over by Smith. Good choice. She finds the hole in the middle of the defense. (4-2) in favor of the Warriors. Woods finds the corner and the ace. 5-2 Warriors. Woods goes center this time. Jones is there to Dangerfield. Middle, and that's going to be a double hit against Dangerfield and the Vikings. 6-2, largest lead of the match for the Warriors. Ties the Vikings' largest lead from set 1. Far side with the attack. Dug out back row by Souls. Smith goes far side to Johnson. Johnson rolls one up. Dangerfield's there. This side now on the attack. Dug out by Woods. Smith goes far side to Johnson. She goes right hand, block back over. Souls is there. Smith goes far side to Johnson again. She rolls it this time, knocks it back over. This time the Vikings in the net, and the Warriors now have their largest lead at 7-2. Woods with service. She comes left side. And that's going to be touched by Johnson at the net, and it forced it out of play. So out of bounds off the Warriors. Point to the Vikings. Initially, the Warriors thought they had the point there. So 7-3. Letcher to Johnson middle. And blocked by the Vikings and down. So point for Elizabeth City. Martin to Souls, who gets it over. Here comes Elizabeth City now. And that one off of Elizabeth City and off of the pin and out. So that's out of play. Point Warriors. Back to a 4-point lead for Southern Wesleyan. Stone in, Souls out. Bass with service, received back row. Dumped over, Woods is there. Smith to Martin, knocks it across. Vikings got to get the third one up and over, and they get it off the block and down, so a point for the Vikings. Woods to Smith, far side to Stone. Just floats long. Good setup there, pretty good swing by Stone. Point for the Vikings, however. 8-6, Warriors lead here, set 2. Woods, Smith, back set for the left-hander, and Johnson, and the Warriors with another point. Service up and over, received by Jones, back row. Deep attack comes from the Vikings. Souls is there. Smith pops it over. Johnson now to Smith, far side to Sheets. Sheets pops it over. Here come the Vikings now. Third one's got to get up and over, and it does. Woods is there to Smith, middle to Stone. Stone just rolls it up and over, and good. So the Warriors now back up 4 at 10-6. Johnson continues to serve. Dangerfield. Back for the left-handed swinger. Far side now to Sheets. Sheets tried to cut that one, and it's into the net, so point to the Vikings. 10-7. Southern Wesleyan leads here in set 2. Vikings won set 1, 25-21. Service to Woods. Smith knocks it over. Here come the Vikings now. Far side on the attack. Woods is there to Johnson. Souls knocks it over. Vikings now, middle set, our side attack. Off the block and down. Point Vikings. Vikings back within 2 here in set 2. Far side, Sheets on the attack. Dugout back row, far side now on the attack from Jones. Smith, Souls, far side to Sheets. Blocked back over. And it looked like the ECSU had a touch on that, but Warriors called for 4 touches. So point to the Vikings, and the Vikings within 1. Johnson, Smith to Sheets. Here come the Vikings now. Middle set, our side on the attack. Woods is there to clean it up. Souls to Johnson, and that one's going to go long, and we're going to be tied up at 10 here in set 2. Far side to Sheets on the attack, rolls one up and over. Here come the Vikings, our side on the attack. Souls, nice job there. Sheets has to cut it across, but it's in behind the left pin, and point. And now the Vikings lead at 11-10. That forces a timeout by the Warriors. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us.
Back to historic Tysinger for set 2 here out of the timeout. Taken by the Warriors. The Vikings have just taken the lead at 11-10. Service up and over, dug out by Johnson, and that one's to the floor. So a point for the Vikings, who are now up 12-10. Souls. Stone hangs in the air and goes off of the block of number 11, Hinton Lewis, and down for the point. And the Warriors now within one. Letcher with service, middle receive, middle set, our side on the attack. Dug out by Souls into the net. So the point goes to the Vikings. (15 of 14) into the contest, as well as 16 for ECSU. Sheets to Letcher to Stone, who finds the hole in the defense. Point Warriors. Souls with service, receive back row, middle set by Jones. Our side on the attack comes Dangerfield. Souls is there, and it's into the spectators. So point for the Vikings. (14-12) in favor of ECSU. Service ace for the Vikings. 15-12 now in favor of the Vikings. Far side, Bass now rolls one up and over. Jones with the set. She goes back set. Souls tries to dig that one out, and the Warriors give chase, but not in time. (16-12) now. Souls, Letcher, far side to Bass. She cuts it across, dug out there by the Vikings. Third one is up and over. Souls to Letcher to Holford. Dug out there by the Vikings. Here they come, our side on the attack. Dug out by Letcher. Souls sets up Holford. Holford finds the spot in the defense for the point for the Warriors. Martin in, Sheets out. Jones with the back set. It's blocked by the Warriors and out of play. So point for the Vikings. Souls, Letcher, Holford. Off the block and down, point, Holford and the Warriors. Smith and Woods in, Holford and Letcher out for the Warriors. It's 17-14 in favor of the Vikings, who took set one, 25-21. Good serve there, and Johnson puts it away. And the serve by Woods was one that could barely be gotten to, and it was just bounced over right to Johnson at the net, who wins it. 17-15, favor of the Vikings, and another one for Woods. And the Warriors within one at 17-16. Third one, and we are tied at 17. A 5-2 run by the Warriors. Middle set, far side on the attack. It's off of the Warriors and down, point Vikings. Vikings take a 1-point lead at 18-17 here in set two. Smith the Bass finds the spot in the left corner and down. That's a point for the Warriors. (18-18) now the score. Bass knocks it across. Long run for Dangerfield. Jones this side on the attack. Dug out by Martin. This side on the attack. And down for Johnson. And the Warriors retake the lead at 19-18. Good service there by Bass. And must have been a double hit there or carry against the Vikings. Gives the point to the Warriors, 20-18 now. Bass knocks it over. Back to the Warriors here. Here come the Warriors now. Middle to Stone, and it's off the back line and down. Point Warriors, 21-18. Middle set, far side on the attack. Blocked but controlled by the Warriors. Smith goes far side to Johnson, who goes up and over. Dug out there. Dangerfield sets up this side on the attack, and they find the hole in the left corner. Point Vikings. Woods to Smith to Souls. Here come the Vikings now. This side on the attack, and that one's long. 22-19. Warriors trying to crawl back into this match, losing the first one 25-21, trying to close out set two. Johnson with service. Dangerfield this side now with the attack. That one's wide in front of the Warriors bench. 23-19. That's going to force a timeout by the Vikings. And head coach Vanessa Fairclough. The Warriors lead 23-19. We'll take a timeout here, too. You listen to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
Back to historic Tysinger in set 2. Out of the timeout called by the Vikings, your Warriors lead 23-19 with Olivia Johnson with service. It's up and over, received by Jones. Middle set, comes back to Jones. It's into the net, point Warriors. (24-19). Warriors looking to close out the set. And that's going to do it. 25-19. SWU wins set 2. And the Warriors on a 6-1 run to close out set 2. So we're tied up 1-1 here. We'll head to set 3. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network. 6-1 run to win it. 6-1 run to close it out. Set 2. We won 6 points to 1.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together. trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend, one who believes that good times call for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Back to historic Tysinger for set 3 as the Warriors tied it up in the second set. And the first serve from Jones and the Vikings. Letcher to Souls, who pops it over. Here come the Vikings, far side on the attack. Letcher, Souls on the long run, nice. And Johnson, though, into the net, so point Vikings. Service by the Vikings is long, point Southern Wesleyan. Amber Bass in, Sarah Stone out for the Warriors. Jesse Souls with service. Receive middle set, bumped over. Letcher to Bass, who finds the opening. Point Warriors. Souls with service. And that's going to go down. Point for the Warriors. Souls will serve again. Our side on the attack. Blocked this time by the Warriors and down. Point Warriors. Battle at the net, back over to the Warriors. Letcher now this side to Sheets. Sheets powers one right corner and down. Point Warriors. 5-4 here in set 3. Far side on the attack is Dangerfield as Souls is there, but it's off the rafters and in favor of the Vikings. Pretty solid effort there by Souls. Jump set, Holford off the block and down. Point, Warriors. Service received back row. And third one's over by the Vikings. Souls, Letcher to Bass, pushes it over. Here comes the Vikings far side with Dangerfield. Blocked but out of play, so point for the Vikings. Souls, Letcher this side to Johnson, right hand swinging, dug out back row, far side on the attack come the Vikings, and they find the right corner and down, point Vikings. 6-4, Warriors lead here in set 3. Match is even at 1 apiece. Souls, Letcher back to Holford. Holford swinging and finds the line here on the left side. Point Holford and the Warriors. Letcher and Holford out. Smith and Woods in. 7-4, Warriors lead here. Dug out. Attack in the middle. Woods there, though, digs it out, and it's back over to the Vikings. Into the net. That's 4 touches against the Vikings. And point Warriors. 8-4 now the lead here in set 3. Woods was serviced down the right line. Our side on the attack come the Vikings, and that one hits the tape and rolls over and down, so point Vikings. Service over to Martin, to Smith. This side to Johnson. Battle at the net, back over to the Warriors. Fourth one's back over to the Vikings. And here come the Vikings. They pop it over. Souls is there for the Warriors. Smith tries to pop it over into the net. Point Vikings. Smith to Bass. And the Vikings into the net. Point Warriors. So it's Amber Bass now for service for your Warriors. Back to Bass, to Smith. This side to Johnson. Down for the point. Warriors back up for it, 10-6. Jones, back to Jones. And that one sails wide just on the spectator side. Point Warriors. Amber Bass continues to serve. Blocked back over by the Warriors. Dumped over to Southern Wesleyan. Smith to Stone, and timing a little off there, so point Vikings. Anna Martin. Smith back to Johnson. Right hand swinging and down. Point for the Warriors. 12-7 now. Warriors up. Serve, receive, back row. Middle set, our side attack. Blocked and down by Stone. And the Warriors with the point. Johnson was served as far side to Jones. Dangerfield back to Jones. Souls. Smith dumps it over. Here come the Vikings. They dump it back over. Souls is there. Smith bumps it here to Sheets. And the Vikings' third one has to get up and over, and it does. Johnson, Smith, Sheets, dug out, and back over to the Warriors' side. Now to play. Point Warriors. Middle set, far side attack by Jones. Popped over and finds the spot. Point Vikings. Souls, Smith, our side to Sheets. Goes down the left line off number 10 and down. Point for the Warriors. Smith and Woods out, Holford and Letcher in. Middle attack. And that's by number 11 on the kill there for Hinton Lewis. Service up and over to Sheets. Letcher on the run. Good job there. Stone gets it over. Here come ECSU. That one's out of play. Johnson leaves it go. Point Warriors. Bass in, Stone out. Number 15 and actually 16 in for ECSU. 16-9 the lead. Good deep serve there. Dangerfield able to get it. Third one's up and over. Johnson to Letcher. Sheets cuts it across and down. Point for the Warriors. Service is deep. Our side on the attack. And that one's down. Points for the Vikings. Souls, Letcher. This side to Bass. It's blocked. And the Warriors not able to get it over. Point Vikings. (17-11) in favor of the Warriors. Service over to Souls. Letcher. This side to Bass. Blocked and controlled by the Vikings. Far side now on the attack. Off the block and down. Point Vikings. 17-12. SWU leads. 2-0 run by the Vikings. Into the net point, Warriors. Service by Anna Martin. Received back row. Middle set, far side on the attack. Dug out by Souls. Letcher to Martin, back row received. Vikings middle set, dumped back over by Johnson. Off the Vikings and down. Point, Warriors. (19-12). Largest lead of the game here. Ties the largest lead of the game at 14-7. Service up and over, it's right side. Our side on the attack. Dug out by Souls. To Martin, to Johnson, who finds the hole in the back, and that's going to be 20-12 in favor of Southern Wesleyan here in set 3. Service by Martin. Third one is not going to get it over. So it's going to be 21-12 and a timeout called by ECSU. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we
out of the timeout called by the Vikings. Your Warriors lead 21-12 here in set 3. Anna Martin with service. Receive back row, middle set, middle attack comes. Down and point for the Vikings. Souls, Letcher, Bass. And that one was long. The point for the Vikings. 21-14. Service over to Souls. Letcher back to Holford, who goes up and over, dug out. Long run by the Vikings. Third one is up and over. Letcher to Bass. It's blocked back into the Warriors and down. Points for the Vikings. Service is up and over, received by Souls. Letcher to Bass. Long run there by the Vikings, and they knock it up and over. Souls, Letcher comes our side to Johnson. She rolls one down. It's going to be point for the Warriors. 22-15. See back row, middle set, Far side on the attack. Dug out by Martin to Smith. Cross from Johnson. Knocked back over to Johnson. Dug out there by Jones. And down point for the Warriors. And Asia Jones down for the Vikings. And there's going to be a timeout called on the floor as Asia Jones limps to the bench. 23-15 in favor of your Warriors here, set 3. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network. In set 3, 23-15, as Woods goes for service here. Jones, far side now on the attack by the Vikings, and that's down point Vikings. And 24-16 now as the Warriors look for a second set here to go up 2-1. (24-16). Dugout back row, middle set, far side on the attack. And the Warriors are in the net, so point Vikings. Pass out. Service by the Vikings. Smith comes our side to Stone for the winner. 25-17 in set 3. Your Warriors now up 2-1 in the match. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious, and if you catch it, you might just change the world, y'all. There is a place where real faith-filled community allows you to know and be fully known, where faith is filled to the brim, so full it can wash away.
So with the Warriors now leading in the match 2-1 off of victories in set 2 at 25-19 and set 3 at 25-17. We head to set 4 here in historic Tysinger. Letcher to Souls, far side to Sheets. Sheets goes long off of number 8 and down, point for the Warriors. Battle at the net, won by the Warriors. That's Amber Bass. With the big kill at the net. Service up and over. Asia Jones, this side, Dangerfield, Souls, Letcher, far side to Sheets. Dug out by Jones, back row. Bumped over to this side for Dangerfield, off the block and down, point Vikings. Far side to Bass. Dug out there by the Vikings. Deep attack comes over to Souls. Letcher, middle to Bass. She pushes it over and down, point. Bass and the Warriors. And that one's going to be a victory from the ceiling, as it ricocheted hard off the dig of the back row of the Vikings, off the ceiling and down. So point Warriors. 3-2 Southern Wesleyan here in set 4. Far side on the attack. It's into the net. Point Warriors. 4-2 here. Warriors lead set 4, trying to close out the match. Long run for Jones. It's going to be called for a double touch. So point Warriors. They lead now 6-2. Service, receive back row, middle set, our side on the attack, block back over to the Vikings, and just out here in front of the up judge. So point Southern Wesleyan, and now leads 7-1. Third one from Jones, up and over. Souls. Letcher, middle to Bass, and she pounds one. Point Warriors. Wow. Long run for Jones, this side on the attack. All she can do is try to pop it over. It's on this side of the pin. So point Warriors. 9-1 here in set 4. Back row received. Jones with the jump set. Dug out by Letcher. Souls is there, bump set. And it's knocked over just wide in front of the Vikings bench. Point ECSU. Far side to Johnson. This side for the Vikings. Souls, Letcher, far side, Johnson, right hand swinging. That one's down, point Warriors. Smith and Woods in, Letcher and Holford out. Service dug out there by ECSU. Martin turns, gets that one. Johnson far side on the attack. Blocked by 15 and 14 of ECSU. Point Vikings. Martin. Smith goes far side to Johnson. Battle at the net. And the Vikings are going to get that point there. The Warriors just not able to come up with it. Adriana Butler was service, and she gets the ace there for the Vikings. Martin, Smith, Bass, and the touch from the Vikings gives the point to the Warriors. Souls out, Smith in, or Souls out, Stone in for your Warriors. Middle attack by number 15, Alexis Elliott. She gets the point for the Vikings. Souls back in for the Warriors. 11-6 now. Warriors lead here in set 4. Far side is Stone. She pops it over, and that's going to get over and down. Point for the Warriors. Smith in. Martin out. Olivia Johnson now readies for service. Up 12-6. Far side on the attack come the Vikings. Souls able to get to that, but the rest of the Warriors not. So point for the Vikings. It's now 12-7 in favor of Southern Wesleyan. 4-2 run here by the Vikings. Johnson, Smith, the Stone, and down. Point Southern Wesleyan. Letcher and Holford in, Woods and Smith out. Middle set, middle attack, and that one floats long. Point Warriors. Services off the back line and to the wall. Point Warriors. That one floats long as well. Southern Wesleyan now with a commanding lead at 16-7 on a 4-0 run. Battle at the net, and again the Warriors win it. Sarah Stone got into that one. Goodness. Far side on the attack comes from the Vikings. Stone, the Souls to Sheets. And that one's going to go off of everything here, and the Warriors get the point. 18-7 now with the lead. Service ace for the Warriors. 19-7. Third one gets up and over. Johnson, Letcher, far side to Sheets. Dug out back row by the Vikings. Here come the Vikings this side on the attack. Dug out by Johnson. Souls tries to get there and can't, so point for the Vikings. Service from Jones to Sheets. Letcher back to Stone, blocked by the Vikings. Dangerfield there with the point for the Vikings. Substitution brings number 15 back in. That's Alexis Elliott. Jones with service to Sheets. Letcher gets it back in. Holford. Good swing by Holford there. Pretty good touch there by Letcher as well. 20-9. Southern Wesleyan leads. And that's going to be a point for the Warriors. Well, that one hits the back line. So point Warriors and an ace for Jesse Souls. 22-9. Battle at the net. That's Bass. Puts it away for the Warriors. 23-9. Dangerfield over to Johnson. Johnson to Letcher. Letcher to Bass. Letcher going to get called for the double hit. Point Vikings. Holford gets it blocked. Point for the Vikings. 23-11. Johnson. Letcher goes far side to Bass. Blocked back over to the Warriors. Letcher to Souls. Johnson. And it's going to hit into the ceiling, so the point goes to the Vikings. Souls, Letcher, Bass rolls one. Jones is there, knocks it back over. Souls is there, however. Letcher knocks it back, and Bass not able to get it across. So a point for the Vikings. The Vikings within 10 here. Letcher goes far side to Bass. Knocked back over to Johnson. Letcher this side to Holford. Holford finds it in the back row and down. Point for the Warriors. 24-13. Southern Wesleyan looks for the win here in set 4 and in the match. Letcher goes middle to Bass. She pops it over. Here come the Vikings now. Back set. Popped over. Jesse Souls there. Johnson just in front of the Warriors bench. Souls up and knocks it back over. Here come the Vikings now. This side on the attack. Blocked. Dug out there by the Vikings. Souls. Letcher to Bass. And that's a W for your Warriors, as the Warriors win 3 straight after the first set loss to take the match 3-1. Remember, your Warriors will be back in action Friday and Saturday on the road as they visit King and Lees McRae. Thank you for joining us. You've been watching Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.